Hey there everybody, welcome back! How you guys doing out there today? Hey there Mr. Farmer Marks, how's it going Mr. Noah? Hopefully you guys all had a great weekend. So as you can see we are back once again on PV Canyon Crossing by Mr. Dashnet. So we're on to year 8 already. And hey there Rusty Nails, so obviously March is obviously start of planting season, so that's what I'm going to be focusing on for the minute. So I've currently got a hired helper planting some lavender. This one has just finished doing some sunflower, and I'm going to be putting it on to peanuts on one of the fields up near the top because my planters peanuts is now built. Woohoo! So yeah, it's going to be a big field. It's one of the ones that I sort of merged the two together. Well, actually, no, I didn't really. I left a gap, didn't I? So the ones I expanded last week, I'm going to be using one of them. Probably the top one, actually. But yeah, gosh, so much going on. It's terrible. Really, really is. God, so yeah, but yeah, hopefully you guys had a great weekend. How's it going, Rusty Dale? How's it going, Mr. Viking Streaming? How you doing, bud? And yeah, I don't know if I want to give myself a shout out, but yeah, thank you very much for that. So yeah, fun, 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 fun. Busy, 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 that's for sure. So, obviously, for anyone who missed Dajnet's stream on the weekend, obviously, update 16 was released. Now, obviously, you can get it from the mod folder switcher. Just obviously go into options and sync the map as normal. If you're not using that, you can go over to the Sim Game Alliance Trello, go to Mr. Dajnet, and obviously there he has now released the update version of everything up to 16. But there's also the link for the mod folder switcher and just the update itself. So whichever way suits you, you're more than welcome to grab it. There we go. And glad you're doing well, Mr. Rusty Nail. Farmer Marks is on a 7-stream streak. Holy heck. Well, thank you very, very much for that. Wow. Cope Cod. Oh, okay. So I had a follow the other day. Interesting. Right then, let's get this set up. Because I'm going to do a little bit of a headland first of all. Need to bring you the other way. There we go. So yeah, make sure that you do get the update because obviously it fixes the animals and there's a few other bits and pieces being tweaked and such. So definitely well worth it. There we go. I think that's around about right. So let's lock that on. That's on, yeah. And we'll drop. We'll turn you on and drive away. So yeah, this is basically peanuts I'm going to be putting in here. I'm just going to do a headland on this side, just so he doesn't go the wrong way and ends up planting the wrong field. But yeah, I think this is going to be more than enough, at least to see me through this in-game year, possibly even the next one as well. But we'll see. And this is the first time I've done peanuts on the map as well, so should be very, very interesting. Right then, so while you're doing that, let's pop back. So obviously Mr. Rusty Nail is good. Mr. Viking says, come home from work an hour ago. I'm tired, looking forward to going to bed when that time comes. Cool. Yeah, I remember those days, that's for sure. And obviously Mr. Viking streaming is, yeah, getting to work very quickly. Thank you very much for banning all those people out there. And the Green Thumb, how you doing, bud? Obviously, yeah, if you haven't checked out Mr. Green Thumb, make sure to click on his link, give him a follow. Obviously, he's been working hard on creating a buildable, colour changeable shed pack. It's basically the one that he's got at the minute, but it's kind of been updated like a version 2. Really, really cool work that he's doing. So yeah, looking forward to that. That's for sure. Where are we? Where are we? There we go. Yep. So that's me back up together. So yep. So this is what I'm going to be basically focusing on for the minute. I do need to bring my Homer up here now. I actually purchased another one. I've done some selling over the weekend. Obviously, I'm now up to 18 million again. So I can put that into fields later on. Obviously, once they start getting planted, I'll get an idea of which ones I want to purchase. So yeah, mainly focusing on things like wheat, barley, oats. Well, actually, I think I'm okay with the oats. I've got a huge field that I got the other day. But yeah, wheat and barley primarily. Canola, if there's any, I don't know. We'll see. But obviously, I can get a field planted later on. But yeah, one other job I do need to still do is obviously get into the orchards. I've got, I think it's bananas and, oh heck, which one was it? One sec, let me just double check. Bananas, and coconut are now ready to harvest. Obviously, that's a March crop to harvest. So yeah, I've got that to do this month. Obviously, once I've got through this month, then I've obviously got the coca and pecan, and I'm kind of now debating on increasing. Oh, excuse me. The orchards for some of these actually, because the coca seems to go very, very quickly. So I may look into getting some more placed down. Most of the rest are fine, I think. Obviously, I want to see how I get on with the hops and stuff this in-game year. But overall, I think I'm not doing too bad. So lavender's in, peanuts are in. What else do we have? I've got flax I can plant. I'm kind of thinking of putting that on one of the small fields near the main farm. Don't need any olives, don't need any grapes. Obviously, cotton I'm going to leave for the minute because I still have 1,000,000 litres in storage to use up, so that is perfectly fine. I think I'm fine with the sugar beets and potatoes. Jeez, that was loud. Thank you very much there, Viking. Much appreciated. How you doing, Vortex? Hoi-ya! Um, is the changelog on Dave's Trello? It should be there, Viking. If not, give me a shout and I can send it to you. And before I get any further, there we go. Yeah, it should be up there. If not, I think I do have the link for it. Oh. I know somebody was asking in Discord actually if there was a changelog, and I did post it there as well. We'll lower that down. He should be fine for the minute, so turn that off. And hired helper is ongoing. Let's see if I've got it. Let me see. Let's see. Actually, I did post it on Facebook as well. Actually, on Saturday, it was a Saturday or early Sunday morning. If anybody did want to have a look at it, but let's see, where is it? Where is it? It'll be in one of the comments. Where is it? Heck. So many blinking messages right there. Let me copy that. Obviously, if anybody did want to see the changelog for this current update, I'm going to post it in chat. There you go. It's a big link, but yeah, there's a lot covered in there. Obviously, the animals got sorted out. Mainly the ducks. Obviously, that was one that was affecting a lot of the animals. He also tweaked the goats, so they'll no longer actually produce cashmere when they're babies. So they've got to get to like that 6 months, I believe it was, he said. Obviously, he fixed the forage harvesting error with lavender. That's now been sorted out. Also, he went through, checked the bales to make sure that they were all had the strap ticked off for when transporting, so that was throwing a warning. Where were we? Added some products to the field type categories. Yeah, that was another thing as well. In the map, he's actually gone through, looked at the base game stuff, and added in some new categories to the map, and obviously sorted out any missing products that was in there as well. So that's going to make life a little bit easier with obviously if anyone's playing with Hispano modern trailers. Cool. Maple trees. Actually, I wonder I should be able to show that now. Right, you're on hired helper. I want to actually see this because I haven't looked at it myself. But obviously one of the updates was on the maple trees. There we go. So obviously last stream I was harvesting these, and obviously they had the buckets underneath. Now throughout the year they're actually going to look like proper trees like this. Then obviously once it becomes harvest time, those buckets around the base here will now show, saying that they need to be harvested. That's kind of cool. I like that. And obviously the orchards are now coming in, which is quite nice. I'm just sort of working my way through the little list quickly. So lobster traps. The drop area is now marked. So that's something I haven't looked at yet, but I might as well show you guys as well for anybody who missed it. Let me come over here. We'll come into flight mode. Now obviously I've got some over here. It's going to be a little bit bumpy maybe, it's going quite quick. But it's fine. It's fine. Oh, excuse me. Whoa, that was loud. Excuse me. Oh, just sort of burped then. Right, have you finished? You have. So yeah, I'm setting up these two fields to do some more red beets and parsnips like last time. Now obviously one thing that they did state when planting the red beets, carrots and parsnips, that to maximise your yield you should really run through with this little groover thing before planting them. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing each time. So there we go. So if we come down, you can actually now see the area of where you want to drop those cages off for lobsters. Obviously there's one here. There's also another one. Obviously if anybody's interested, it's off of the map right here. Let me come out a bit so you can see where we are. So just above and to the right of 49. The other part is right down here. It's exactly the same. It has that little border there. And that's where you want to be basically dropping off your cages. And then when it's time, obviously I've got some cages here that I need to pick up. Obviously by the boys here, you do need to come over with the auto loading barge and pick them up that way. Now, so if I come into here, you can see that I've got 4, 8, 9, 10, about 11 cages there spawned out. So I know I need to get in and get them sorted out as well as do some fish. One thing, I don't know if I'm going to really use the lobster for anything at the minute. I might just sell it because it does make some pretty good money. How do you do that? How do I do what? Bat Papa? And how you doing, bud? I'm currently, if you're about flying around, obviously this is using the Easy Dev tool. Obviously F12 menu for the line in the map. Oh, okay, so if you've got your Easy Developer controls active in your game, so obviously if you hit the tilde key, for example, it'll bring up your log. Now, if you hit, oh, excuse me, F4, so Foxtrot 4, that will actually bring up all the little triangles and stuff within the map. Obviously, it makes great and easy placement of trees and such. So if you're doing like your trees and your orchards and stuff, hit the old F4 and you can actually use one of these little squares or the cross parts as a guide. It's really, really helpful. That's basically how I set up most of my first line on the vineyards and such. Also with that being enabled, you can also go into collisions and sounds and lights and stuff like that. Obviously, a lot of people don't really use that much. I do occasionally, to be honest, when I'm going around and sorting things out. But yeah. So that's that. So that's the lobsters done. Obviously, he's gone through. He's reduced the volume of the barge. Actually, I might take a little trip and pick up some of those. Oh, excuse me. Some of those cages in a little while. Obviously, the fishing boat. Mr. Scurvy, hi, how you doing? Thank you very much for that 20-month resub. Oh, dude. Let me just pop back a sec. Does both facility resolution have to be on to use a new AMD? I have no idea there, Rusty. Now I've actually turned it off and gone back to using DirectX 11. I find it to be a lot better than 12 visually and on my system. Actually, it's kind of weird. But yeah, if you guys are not follow Mr. Scurvy Hyam, thank you very much, Viking, for that. Click on that link, give him a follow. I know he hasn't streamed recently, but he has mentioned a couple of times that he is planning on coming back to streaming soon. So yeah, get there. Reduce the volume of the barge, but increase the amount of the cages that the lobsters can hold. I'm not sure if he increased the cage capacity, but definitely the. Oh, when you unload, yeah, that was something else he did do. So obviously with those, when you unload, you can actually unload more, and it will obviously spawn more eventually. So yeah, got you what you meant. Yeah, exactly. There we go. So obviously this is the boat you, or this the barge you'd need. This one or the other one. I think both cannot load. I should use this little red one. Um, Obviously this little transport, the fish transport trailer now has a higher capacity, which is going to be a bit of a bonus. Same with the boat, so you can actually go around and collect pretty much every trigger in one go now, which is kind of cool. I still need to empty mine out. I've got quite a few full actually out there. But yeah, I'm primarily going to be using the fish for like an animal feed, for example, for the cat food. Oh, hello, kitty cat. Come on, jump down a minute. Come on, jump down because I don't want you hitting that button on top. Come on, sweetie. I know, come on. I know. On the bed. Go on. Go on. Good girl. I know. I love you too. I know. You just want fusses. Bless her. Anyway, yeah, so that's a big bonus. Both of them. Um, Cranberries and rice is now been increased. So if you're struggling for your rice and your cranberry in these bogs, and you've done like I have, gone through some of the ponds and ploughed them up to create new fields, one thing Dave did do is increase the yield on both of them. But obviously, it is primarily going to be on the bogs or that soil type. So make sure that you get that update for that because it is going to help you guys out. Let's see. Where are we? Let me just pop back in chat a sec. World of Warcraft drops tomorrow, so stay tuned. Nice one. And obviously, I do know that Mr. Scurvy Hyam mentioned the other day that he's working from home this week, so who knows, there may be some early streams for him. So, like, you could wake up to Scurvy Hyam streaming some World of Warcraft. So, yeah, definitely click on his link and give him a follow, guys. Seems counterproductive. Yeah. It is what it is. Right, yeah, but that's a weird thing. So obviously at the minute, lobster is only used really for cat feed. Um, just thinking. Yeah, there is no other real use for it, unless it's in the Filipino, I don't know, factory. But yeah, it is one of those products that's definitely needs another production or a couple of productions to be put into. So maybe something in the future. We'll see. But obviously that does lobster does sell pretty well. Actually, just out of curiosity. Let's see. Obviously fish. Fish. I looked at, there you go. So lobster. I currently have 36 liters. So that's 36 cages of lobster, I think it is. I think it's about 1,002 kg. I can't remember, but yeah. Anyway, 36,000 liters of lobster to be collected. Obviously, what each pallet is worth 6.8 thousand. That's not bad. Obviously, if I was to sell that currently, I'm looking at around about 247,000 just for that. But obviously, if I waited till July, I'm looking at 311, and I could have more at that point as well. So that's another good little money maker if you're just starting out. Get the fish going, get the lobsters going. That's a nice little income that's coming quite regularly. I do have 10 surfboards somewhere around. I need to get through these and get these sorted out. But yeah. Right then, so just going back to the list, I just want to try and get through most of this. What else was there? So that was the rice and the cranberries. Obviously, the tier 2 bread factory has now been halved to what it was doing. So what you will need to do is get into Heartland bread, because obviously that output's pretty much the same as what it used to. So yeah, that will help. Obviously, with that being said, now over the last few months, some people have stated that they've um, struggled with flour production. They've ended up having to put 2 or even 3 flour factories down just to keep up with Heartland Bread, Wolfie's Pizzas, and some of the other ones that take flour. So this weekend, if Dave does an update, I will be releasing a new flour factory for you guys. I've been working on it for a while. I'd actually converted the old flour factory from 19 to 22 quite a while ago, the i3D. Um, hey there, Mr. Darius. How you doing, buddy? And obviously with everything that's been going on recently, and obviously this update now, it looks like it is going to be definitely coming out. And obviously yesterday I spent a few hours on this. And if you haven't seen the old flour factory, if you're quite new to PV, obviously this is still a little bit of a work in progress. But I now have, oh cripes, I've actually been making some little tweaks along the way. So this is the old solid gold factory. Obviously this gate will be working, so you can actually drive in here. Oops. Unloading at the front right here. I've updated the display. So that now has basically the same products as the tier 2. This is obviously going to be a tier 4, so it's going to cost quite a bit. So bear that in mind. So start saving up your money. But you're going to be getting out the same sort of products, but a higher quantity. At the minute in the XML, I've pretty much doubled what the tier 2 is doing. So bear that one in mind. But yeah, that's going to be the unload for your crops there. Obviously, you'll still be able to drive up and around this if you wanted to. Around here is where obviously pallets are going to be stored and spawning out. Hopefully there is enough space there to get your truck down, I would imagine so. But there's going to be 2 lines raised up so you can spawn as many pallets as you want. Now obviously capacity, I'm still working on that. I've just finished setting up the displays. I've obviously got text, make sure these all work. I'll probably end up putting a second row on just to fill it up a bit. Over here in the middle is where you unload your pallets and your sacks. Obviously sacks is used as the master booster on this, so remember that, guys. Obviously coming around, obviously got the rest of the pallets there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's all of them there. I don't know if Dave wants another flower type. I have no idea. Probably not. But yeah, there's a huge area right here that you can drive through. Obviously, previously we had bunkers that you could load into tippers. I've actually removed them for the minute. I don't know if Dave wants them still. Obviously, it's going to add other fill planes. I don't know if they're in the map, so I've left them out for now. But yeah, that is going to be coming this weekend. Obviously, I've got to finish off a few things in the XML for it. Obviously, I've got to speak to Dave about the recipes, make sure they're all set up correctly. And obviously test it, make sure everything's working properly and error warning free. But yeah, this is going to be coming out hopefully this weekend for you guys, if Dave does another update. So bear that one in mind. So that's what I'm working on. Right, so no, I don't want to save anything because, yeah. One thing I am going to be adding in is some lights going around like it was in 19, so it's getting there. What else was there? Lights. Actually, I think it's just the lights and then testing and finishing off any warnings and errors and obviously the recipes and such. Okay, so actually I'm going to show you the little list. This is everything currently on 16 for update. So obviously that's where we got to. So textile factory, obviously the hemp was removed, and it's now using hemp windrow for each of the recipes. One thing to bear in mind is that possibly tomorrow Creative Mesh will be releasing Straw Harvest. Now they've stated this. Obviously over the weekend they said next week we'll be releasing it through Giants. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be tomorrow, as it's still got a little bit of a week to go. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking is tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. Obviously, if we can access it like 19, there is going to be a textile factory update. Obviously, the display will be updated to include the two new products if it doesn't throw any warnings or errors on the map. Obviously, previously we used the bale netting and bale twine in the textile factory. It was basically produced there, so that's yeah. Can't wait for that. So yeah, I'm looking at. I'm thinking tomorrow for that vortex and everyone else. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But yeah, obviously that's going to be updated. Obviously, a few tweaks are going to be made along the way for the textile factory. So obviously that's something I'll probably be working on, or Dave. Right then. So obviously hemp windrow was added to the bio fuel plant, or the one that produces electric. It makes it a little bit more than straw, but a little bit less than peanuts. So it's kind of in the middle of the two. The bioplant trigger was adjusted. It was actually raised up so that you could actually drive into the trigger with bales on a trailer, and it will unload direct. We don't have to put it on the ground if you want to do it that way. So, yep. The exotic oil will now, or the exotic oil factory, the pallets will now stack. Obviously, previously it was only one layer. There was now about three, if I remember rightly, 3 to 4 high. So that's going to make life a little bit easier. But obviously, watch it, because obviously more pallets on a open flatbed is going to cause more lag. So just bear that one in mind. Obviously, he also went through in increased rock production when it rains, so that's a cool one. So you should be starting to see a real boost in rocks being spawned up in plot 231 if you're up that far. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Fish triggers will now fill. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Is obviously the fish triggers that are on the river will now fill when it snows. So that's a bonus. Obviously, I thought it was originally, but yeah, obviously that was missed off. So that has now been sorted. Heartland bread. Obviously, one little mistake on my part. I do apologise. Obviously, the sorghum flour was missing a 0 on the production, so it's all now level with everything else. Instead of saying like 1,000 liters being used an hour, it's now it was like 100. So Dave's obviously not spotted that and corrected it, so that's fine. And finally, this lovely little new addition. Now, obviously, added cow information to mini-map border. Now, if you haven't seen this, this is kind of cool. Let me pull this out of the way and sort my screens out. We'll come into here. So if you haven't seen this, obviously what it means by mini-map is if you come into here to show the main map, if you actually look in the top left, you now have some animal information being added. Obviously, for the minute, it's the cows. So it'll actually show you the bulls. Obviously, calves wise are going to be 6 to 8 months. Obviously, this is everything that's on his sheet. But what I understand is he basically wants to have most of the animal information for starters on here. But yeah, that is looking pretty good. Actually, I want to have a look at my goats quickly thinking about it. So yeah, look to the future to this entire border probably being filled up with little bits of information. So yeah, very, 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 very cool. And it's a lot of like we get a lot of questions when people first start playing on the map. We can now say just click on the mini map, the information will be there. Obviously, Ghost DK has obviously got his menu, um, information menu on his Trello, which has a lot of the information right here. So, is that the one? Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, if you want it, go to my Trello. There is a link to there. So, yeah, but obviously, I think he's still working on this, tweaking it, making more and more information. But yeah, definitely well worth giving it a go. Yeah, obviously, one of the options we were discussing, I think it was on Friday's stream, was about maybe making little signs to go in like the government building or the museum or somewhere on the map. And then obviously I mentioned about obviously what about the border to the actual map? And obviously I remember somebody mentioned about that before. It just makes sense. It's so simple and easy. It's all right there. And obviously, yeah, thank you very much, Viking, for that as well. There is his link. So yeah, so that's that. So yeah, actually, so obviously over the weekend, Planters Peanuts, like I said, is now built. Whoa, a little bit fast there. So that's kind of nice. Actually, I didn't even realise I owned all of this grass with that field. Um, so I am thinking if this is big enough to maybe smooth it off and then have that flower factory placed up here. I think that'd be quite nice just to finish this area off. And probably, I don't know, maybe in the future have building apartments or something over here. But yeah, definitely done well with that road going in. I was a bit dubious whether I got it right or not, but yeah, that looks pretty much perfect actually. And actually, while I'm here, let me come off of this a minute. Turn that off a minute. Let's turn that off. So yeah, this is obviously Planters Peanuts. So we should be able to. Yep, there we go. Open that, and we'll open you. Excuse me. Obviously, this has been on Wolf Creek, and then obviously converted over to here. Oh wow! But yeah, this is one of the buildings or factories I think could do with maybe being updated in time. So just out of interest, I don't think I did know. Yeah, so obviously you can drive under here. Obviously get your peanut shells. You can see the fill trigger is there, so that's cool. Oh, let me get rid of that a minute. Go away. Oh, wrong one. So that's cool. Obviously, I did test it, so it should be all okay. Obviously, picking up wise, your pallets is going to be down here by the shed, but you can unload some stuff over here. So things like your pallets and honey and stuff go there. Your peanuts get unloaded over this side there. So yeah, hopefully they're not moving. Ah, dang it. I need to look into that, see why that's moving. It should only... Actually, it's because it's active in it. That'd be why. Yeah, the factory activates that part. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, I don't have a flatbed. But yeah, this is where you want to pick up all your 3 different products. If you haven't seen it, obviously there is a display showing how many you have in storage. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, definitely happy with that. Obviously, originally all the pallets were spawning at the front here, and I didn't like it, to be honest, when it was on Wolf Creek. So yeah, I ended up putting the shed back in, and obviously having the pallet visuals added. It's kind of cool. But yeah, I need to get in here, get some products in here. Obviously, the main thing I'm really waiting on is peanuts, which are currently being planted. So yeah, and obviously, Mr. Darius Frost, if you're still out there, how was your stream earlier? How are you getting on with Pet World or Pal World, should say? Right, so while that's going, let me get in here, get this guy moved up. So that's, yeah, everything came in update 60. I think that's most of it anyway. Over the weekend. So yeah. Actually, I'm going to take a little detour. Obviously, over the weekend, obviously one of the projects that was outstanding is getting this road sorted out. I've now got it cleared and set up. It was good during Discord, bad Billy. I know my wife's not feeling too well today, so I'm kind of staying out of Discord for the minute, just in case I need to pop off for a sec. She's actually laid in bed behind me, so yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, but yeah. Depending on how she is a bit later. If she starts snoring, then yeah, that's not good on the stream, is it? But yeah, this is basically going to take me all the way through the forest here, and it'll come out to just above where 40 and 39 are. Now, one thing I did also do is I've actually cleared I mentioned actually about it on, I think it was Friday's stream, is I wanted a cut off part for popcorn Suttons, and it is now done. So up here, I now have a little cutaway for popcorn Suttons. So I've got some, I think I've got most products in here now, so let's see. Yep, it's now up and running, so cool. I've now got, what, 78 litres of whiskey produced. Hey there, Olsen008, how you doing? And how's it going, Mr. Surfing Cowboy? But yeah, I will pass that on to her in a little while. Oh. Jeez, that's loud. I really need to turn that down. But yeah, so I've got that now in, so thinking about it, just with the current productions, I've got the Filipino to put down, the soya drink factory to put down. That's pretty much all of it, and then obviously the flower factory when that gets released.
So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Yeah, I love that. Mr. Enduro, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, and obviously if you guys are not following Surfing Cowboy Gaming, make sure you click on that link. Yeah, not too bad there, Surfing, not too bad. It's just, yeah, one of those days, unfortunately. We've had a bit of a crappy weekend over in the UK, wind and weather and stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, also not doing too bad, thanks very much. What did I think of Billy Kingappa? Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. So, I don't know if anybody in the stream's seen it, but yeah, Darius has found the King Billy alpaca kangaroo thingy, whatever it is, alpaca, in his game. So, yeah, that's kind of mental. My daughter's very curious of what the heck is that sort of thing when she's seen it, but yeah, it's very, very cool. But yeah, there we go. And let's see. It's a giant, very fluffy alpaca. It is, and hang on, let me go back a minute. It was. Ha! Take that, Mr. Enduro. Obviously, there's a shout out for Mr. Enduro as well. So, obviously, he's playing this map. Obviously, he's doing a lot of testing for Mr. MP7 Reaper. So, yeah, definitely go over, check him out, guys. Obviously, he was doing some Borderlands 3 the other day. So, yeah, definitely go over and check him out, bud, guys. You're very, very welcome, Mr. Enduro. Righty, actually I want to check the pond up here as well before I get too far along. Let's see how we're doing. Seed wise on the peanuts, 9,000. Lavender still doing okay. I might be able to do a little cut through on one of the fields. So one thing I do try and do, if I can, is stay off of my fields. I'm trying to utilise the rows, that's what they're there for. Obviously, some people like Mr. Dave like cutting over fields, but yeah. I'm trying to behave. You're trying to find the flatbed that Dave uses. So if you'd have to go to Mr. Dajnet's Twitch chat and enter !flatbed in his chat, and you should get the link if it's still available. But obviously the same or a similar one is obviously the one that Surfing Cowboy Gaming did, where it has the wide option, and obviously it will actually do the bale picking up and stuff. So personally I'd recommend that one over the one that Dave's using. Cool, my pond is actually empty, so I need to get into there at some point. so many months without having my pond available. It's been a nightmare. Must have been the long 10 seconds of my life. It was. But yeah, I need to get in here. It's actually going to be next month. I will be planting this with either rice or cranberries. Now, one thing you can do with these ponds, and I think I mentioned about it before, is if you've got a liquid tanker, you can actually take the water out of there and lower that water level. So bear that one in mind. So if you're thinking, now, how the heck am I meant to plant it and harvest it and such? That's how I've been doing it. I've been draining it with a tanker. You can use the water to go into your productions if you wanted to, or you could just delete it. But yeah. Hey there, Neil. How's it going, bud? Long a time no see, sir. I hear you're heading back to America soon, if you're not already. But yeah. Um. So definitely getting there. So the only real project that's outstanding that I need to get on and do is obviously setting up the gold master productions at the top up by the desert. Also, I don't think I'm going to get a chance this month. I don't know. Send that hired helpers, they're so helpful. I can get on and do other jobs. I might see if I can get that done this week actually. Hmm. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Let's see. Already here due back to the UK on the 3rd. Ready for some more FS Sweet. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I think Not So Grumpy Dwarf's been doing a lot of everything else apart from Farm Sim recently, but yeah. I know he's also working a lot as well, so it must be kind of hard. Just want to get home, chill out, relax. Actually, I could look into actually getting another part of the desert sorted out. Ooh, that's something else I wanted to check. Um, so the other day I was flying around the map after that thing on Friday. Yeah, you can see it at a distance right there. Now, I mentioned it during Dave's stream. There was like a white streak in the desert when at a distance. Right there. Obviously, I don't know if he's watching, but if I take a picture of that screen print, and obviously that is somewhere up and around here. Obviously, if you get closer, it actually disappears. It's almost like a part of the terrain or something hasn't been painted correctly. Hey there, Master 86U. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, it's the first time I've actually noticed that, which is really weird. Yeah, or there's a distance texture or something missing. I don't know. No, because obviously I've been doing a lot of the work myself, so and I tend to pay attention. But yeah, I'm not actually seeing. I don't know. It's a weird one, that's for sure. But I don't know if it's part of the map. I'll have to load up a new save game and check. Actually, that's a good idea. I might as well do it now, hadn't I? Save. Because otherwise, that's going to just bug the heck out of me. Let's see. Behave, behave. You're kidding, but don't behave. There, time. I think he is. I'm not as bad as Boomhauer. I'm a good boy. What are you on about? Right, let's do a quick reload quickly. Let me go onto the desktop so you're not looking at a total blank screen in a sec. Um, but yeah, I don't know why that would be all the way over there. It might just be the lime truck, I don't know, but why would it take effect showing there and not anywhere else? It would be a long line. Hmm. Anyway, because it should turn itself off. Let's have a little look on a new save a sec. Right. Now, obviously, the joy of having being on DirectX 11 is it reloads quicker than you guys. Haha. Right, let's come over. It doesn't matter which one it is. Which going for you? Go for you. Now, one thing to bear in mind is you will, if after you've done the update, if you haven't done it already, you will get a couple of warnings or maybe a warning and error. Don't worry about it. Save, reload, and then most of it should go. Most of it should go away. No work today as we got iced out. Really, wow. But yeah, I know that a lot of America is actually getting some pretty nasty cold weather, and yeah, all I can say is you guys can keep it. Here in the UK, where I am, it's showing mostly cloudy, around about 9 degrees Celsius. And we've had a lot of wind and rain over the weekend. Obviously, most people say, well, that's just typical Britain. But yeah, no, this is like 80-mile-an-hour winds and heavy rain. So yeah, obviously, I think it was over in Ireland. I think it was it MacGyver yesterday mentioned he was getting like 125-mile-an-hour winds. So friggin' mental, that's for sure. It's warming up here. Finally, we'll be up over freezing. Nice, 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 nice. Come on, you. Obviously, first lows on the map is always going to take a little bit longer than normal. Let me hit this a sec. Make sure it's still loading. Oh yeah, just jump from 26 to 65. Oh, that's fine. You were saying you wanted snow. I do want snow. And we still haven't got any. The thing is, obviously, I was speaking to my eldest stepson. Obviously, he's sort of in the, let's see, southwest, sort of towards Devon and Cornwall, that sort of area, is where he lives. And they actually had some snow last week, and I'm really upset about it. I would like to come to the south where I am. But yeah, 9 degrees is a heat wave at the minute. Oh, if only. Right. Come on. Load up, you slow so and so. Vehicle. There we go. Cool. Right. Confirm. Oh, I don't care. I'll go be getting rid of you in a minute. Right, so let's teleport over to the desert quickly. I think I might teleport too far down, but oh well. Let's see. It might be right. It could just be from a rogue, a hired helper. I don't know. I don't remember anybody being all the way over here. But yeah, that is very, very strange. Yeah, I'm not getting anything, so it would be right about here, wouldn't it? So yeah, it might be a rogue hired helper. I'm surprised he actually got through. Maybe come all the way down, then decided, oh, let me go back up. Yeah, I don't know. That is very, very strange. Whatever it is, so. Ugh. One thing, and actually, what I can show as well is I have been playing around with a new storage as well. Now, this is actually going to be running from, or loading, I should say, pallets from the categories instead of the way it's usually done. It's an interesting one. Now, obviously, get rid of this. Obviously, it does only store. Actually, I might as well go on onto here. I can actually show you guys. It's currently being tested by someone. Once they say, yeah, it's all fine and dandy, it works perfectly for them, I will be releasing it on my Trello. And at the minute, I've called it all pallet storage. Obviously, will need unfortunately the revamp mod, but I know most of you guys are using that anyway. So, let me come in. I do need to activate the Easy Dev tool just to show you everything that will go into it. There is that, and hopefully I didn't beggar anything up. Excuse me. It should all work perfectly fine. Obviously, let's see, we're somewhat getting warmer, but at nights it's still chilly in Hawaii. Oh, Mr. Surf, it must be really, really hard for you surfing cowboy gaming over in Hawaii. Yeah, yeah, you're sort of nighttime uh temperatures are like our summers. To put it politely. Right, so it's going to be basically under construction, under silos, as all base game stuff is, and it's a lovely little storage. Let me bring it over here because it looks a little bit nicer. There we go. Obviously, thanks to you guys for saying, yeah, that's a nice one the other day. Obviously, we've got a nice little teleport. So, obviously, at the front of the building is where your pallets will be spawning. At the back, oh good, there's no errors or warnings still. Good, good. At the back, this is where you unload your pallets. Now, let me grab a few base game pallets just to throw them into there. Now, let's see, general, so we've got some bread. We'll get some butter, cake, canola oil, some cereal. Now, also remember, it's stuff that will be coming out of a factory and getting registered to a product category. So that's the literally the category of what this is pulling it from, is the category product. So not every pallet will go in, so bear that one in mind. I may actually look into... Oh, that's gone in as well, that's fine then. Tweaking it to include other categories later on. But there we go, so that's something. So at the minute I've got about a pallet of each there spawned out, but as you can see in the little bottom corner there, it's all in there, it's in storage. But what I can do is fill it to show you exactly what's going into it. Now obviously this is pulling it from the category, so we've got eggs, we've got grape juice, raisins, olive and canola oil, you got lettuce, strawberry, tomato, which comes from the greenhouses, you got chocolate, you got planks, a whole load of stuff. Now obviously if you load this onto PV Canyon Crossing, for example, you will get a heck of a lot more in there. It's going to be pretty much Barrow Logistics all in one. Obviously at the minute I've left it at 1 million pallet capacity for each product. Now obviously come over to the front here, just hit the old R key, bring up the old menu. You can actually spawn all the pallets that you want. So this is going to be 2 rows. Obviously sometimes they do spawn a little bit funky, but if it does it properly, it should be 2 rows of 9, so 18 pallets in total. Now obviously if you're using the Hispano modern containers, by the way, or the flat racks, first of all, with the containers, because I had this question earlier, make sure to open the back doors or the side door, depending on which one you use on the containers. Make sure that you're close enough as well, and that they're turned on for the auto loading. If you can actually get them, the pallets spawning, you can actually get them going straight into those containers as they spawn. So bear that one in mind as well. So yeah, that's currently what I've got going on. I think I've done pretty well with it. I've got a collision on there as well. Yep, good. So once I've got the okay from my little tester, yeah, I'll probably be putting this out on my Trello for anybody to try out and use. And obviously this can be actually used on any map. And I do want to state any map. Okay, and obviously it pulls from that product category. So, yay. It's a completely different way I've done it previously. So, yeah. And it's warning and error free, or should be, on every map, because it's pulling from the products category and not individual fill types. So it may be a way of doing it differently in the future for these storages. So yeah, so we'll see. Have to deliver the pallets. Yeah. So it's literally just a storage. So you have to deliver and pick them up yourself. You cannot distribute to it. There's nothing there to show. But yeah. But if you're on a different map, you could do it that way. But yeah, it's a proper storage. Kind of like how Bauer Logistics is, but it's set up through the categories rather than the field types, so it makes life that little bit easier to set up. The nice thing is, once it's done, you don't have to worry about editing it again to add more products in. So there's a possibility Bauer Logistics might get updated to do it that way as well. Because I really want to go through and try and add in every single pallet and into it, just so you can distribute to it and from it. That's kind of why I set up that spawn trigger for Barrel Logistics in my shed pack, so you could actually distribute to that. But yeah, so while this is loading up, I'll show you exactly what I mean by the categories. So every map, if I can find the folder. How you doing, dear? Okay. Yeah. Right. So where are we? Maps. So every map will have a fill type XML in it. So if you've never looked at this, this is very useful actually. So if I actually scroll down, so this will have every fill type base game. So obviously I've opened up the one for Elm Creek, for example. Obviously you've got all your crops here. You scroll on down, you'll get through to all your different pallets and stuff like that. And you've got your eggs, your water. Everything on a map gets registered here, basically. Obviously all of this here, this is to do when it sells and the price and stuff like that. So just so you are aware. Now every factory has it. If you actually open up one of the factories on Canyon Crossing, there's an actual XML being added that adds all those products in. That's interesting. Oh no, that's the palette in it. Righty. So yeah, all of this has to be edited in. Obviously, it gets added to the product category, which most of this stuff is. Obviously, you got your liquid fertilizers, everything like that. But right down the bottom here, obviously, there's all your animals and your bales and such. So this part right here, so fill type categories. Now, with your seeders, for example, your harvesters, your tippers, they're all set to a specific category. So, for example, your trailers, or the majority of your trailers, will get registered to the bulk category. Liquid tankers can be actually a lot of the base game ones actually get set to the field type product itself. These things here, but what you can do is go through and set it to field type categories, and then do liquid, for example. That's if you look at the tanker that I did that's on my Trello, it's actually set up to read from the categories, not the individual fill types. It's got the liquid in there. It has sprayer. So adds in the liquid fertilizer, the herbicide, and I think it was the slurry tank. So you get the liquid manure and digest it. Just having those three in that fill type category will allow a tanker to load up all of those products in those categories, plus any mods that add anything to those categories. It's very, very helpful. Obviously in here, right down the bottom, you have this category here. So the fill type category, product. Now, obviously, all of the factories on the Canyon Crossing register the pallets to that category. So, and obviously now you've all got all this on here. So what you can actually do is set up like the Hispano Modern containers, for example, like I've showed before, to read from that category. and anything that gets registered to that category will be able to upload. Now, obviously, one thing with that is nails is actually assigned to the bulk category. Now, I have tried adding it into the product category and stuff like that. I haven't been able to get them to work yet. But something on the weekend gave me the idea is with my shed pack, and I might do it this week. Obviously, there is the construction storage in there. And what I might do is look into adding a pipe onto the side of it so you guys can actually load nails into a tipper and transport them that way rather than having the pallets. But obviously you can obviously set your productions to distribute if you need be. But if you have a, say for example, a bridge that needs nails and you've got to transport 100 nails, it's kind of a lag fest when doing that. So what I might do this week is sort that out so it's got a little pipe so you can actually load those nails into a tipper to make life a lot easier. But yeah, a lot of modding. So if you're doing any editings, for example, your seeders and your planters. Now, one thing as well is in here. Da, 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 it's not actually in here. But obviously, if you look at the seeders and planters, there's actual specific categories that they read from. That allows you to seed. If you actually combine the two onto one, it helps, and you'll be able to actually plant. Actually, that's interesting. The potatoes. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let me. I want to see something a sec. Amazon cedar. That one. Now this is my little Amazon cedar on my Trello. Let me see something a sec. Because obviously at the minute, as you can see right there, it's currently reading the seed fruit types. Obviously, if I was to change that to the read from the categories, I could get most of that in. Now the potatoes as well. That may be something to look into. That might be something to look into. But yeah, this is a whole easier way of actually setting up mods is to read them from the categories instead of having the individual product type. So if you're actually editing a cedar, have a look at the in-game ones and use them because they read from the categories. Another thing you could always do, combine. Let's got all that in there. Interesting. But yeah, this is something new that they've added. The product underscore BGA. Dave mentioned about that on the weekend. And obviously that allows you to have methane and electric charge. Or loaded vehicle, hayloft, silo. And obviously you've got your animals there. Shovel. And obviously one thing as well is shovel. Now that is very, very helpful if you're loading, if you've got, like say for instance, a loading wagon. If you change the fill type category to shovel, it'll pick up all of that. It's very, very helpful. But yeah, anyway, that's enough of that. I'm getting a bit sidetracked. I wanted to show that off. But yeah, this is what it's going to be basically reading from. So anything that gets added into these categories, if you set up a mod, for example, to read from the categories, it'll be warning and error free. And I wish Hispano Modding and 82 Studios and all these other people, modders, would set up to read from them rather than doing these fill type categories and throwing warnings and errors here, there, and everywhere on their stuff. But anyway, fatality. Yeah, I'm on the wrong screen, aren't I? But Cowboy Mike's, how you doing, buddy? I wonder if I can reload that one because I kind of like that one. Where the heck is that? There. It's not allowing me to play it. What the heck? I'm signed in, you stupid friggin' thing. Log in with Twitch. But yeah, how you doing there, Cowboy Mikes? And thank you very much for that hats off. Let's redo you.
Fatality.
There it is. Sorry about that. Maybe where I was jumping between screens, it wasn't working quite right. I have to deliver the parents, but yeah. When can I try it? So obviously, once I get the okay, I will obviously put that up on my Trello. So yeah, it's just a matter of time. Hopefully, I will hear back fairly soon, with the next couple of days. And actually, if you guys are following A Barry J, you might see it there because he's the one who's actually testing it. So yeah, there. Make sure to go over and give him a follow. He's a great guy, and don't hold back that he's from Canada. So he's a lovely guy. Very, very good at actually landscaping and stuff. So if you're looking for inspiration, go over there and catch some of his streams. Right then, there's that, there's that. But yeah, I'm guessing then that must be like maybe a lime spreader or something that's gone a bit haywire. I'll have to go through and sort out the foliage or something for it, or paint it. Let's have a look. But it's funny how it seems to only go from about here out that way. I have no idea. I really have no idea. But yeah, anyway, so while I'm actually in the desert, what I want to do is, see, I was originally going to put it up along this wall here, but I'm now actually thinking maybe clear, because obviously I've got quite a bit of money, is to purchase some of the land over here, clear these trees, and I could get maybe 3 or 4 little productions up and running within this area. And obviously then I could just unload the sand direct into them and then be so much easier. That's a nice idea actually. Just out of interest. X. Obviously if I purchased that, I do have more than enough to do it, so let's buy it outright. Let's see. X. I'm now thinking out loud. How far across does this go? That's the thing. I think I might be over a little bit. Let's go around about there. Got to try and judge roughly. Yeah, so I'm roughly there. So, of the top. See, yeah, what I could do is remove these trees here. Then clear the sand and bring it in a little bit onto the desert. Maybe paint it with a different texture. That's got to be the area. Maybe some mud or something. And yeah, I could have one, maybe 4, 5, even 6 of them going. Does A Barry J have a Trello? I have no idea. You'd have to maybe have a look on his Twitch stats. But yeah, while I'm here, so yeah, that's an idea actually, taking up that area instead. See, I was planning on doing it. See, I've already started clearing some of the trees here. Oh man, choices. I have no idea, but I do need to get in and clear some of this crude oil. Jeez. How are we doing? So I've got at least a pallet in there. Oh jeez. I need to get some more drill shafts over here. Holy heck. They're really... Actually, I've had quite a lot of rain recently, so my production has definitely kicked in, so this is something else I need to look into. But yeah, this is something also I want to get into as well. More of this desert to actually clear the sand and get some more of these pump jacks down. There's like 20 spots. I've got 2 out of 20, so... But yeah, that's going to be really weird. Actually, can I do it now, actually? Let me see. There, construction, landscape, paint. I hope there's a sand. Please let there be sand. Is that sand? That's sand, good. Now then, I'm probably going to... Actually, no, I've already... Have I cleared that bit? I don't know. Yes, I have. Good. Obviously, I didn't want to lose any of the sand. Let's see. Okay. I'm guessing that's what it was then. A rogue lime spreader. Whatever it was. That is freaky weird. Oh well, I'm going to stop obsessing about it, but yeah. But yeah, anywho. This is a future project, so yeah, I can get in here now. I can actually get it cleared. At some point, I do want to make a decision whether I want to put them up there or clear some of these trees. I have no idea. But anyway, what was I doing? I was bringing this guy up, wasn't I? But yes, that's a me thing. And obviously, yeah, there we go. But yeah, personally, now obviously this is going back to obviously the last update to the game. So obviously there was the new FSR or FPR, whatever it is, 3 added, which basically generates a third frame rate in between the normal ones. Obviously Friday and Saturday I spent a lot of time going through all the different settings and stuff, reloading the map, seeing how it got on, and I just did not like how my game was performing for me personally. And this is why I've basically gone back to using DirectX 11 rather than the 12, like most of you guys are. Now obviously if I was to hit the old F2, obviously I'm currently getting 17, 18 frames right here on the map. Now, obviously, if I was to do that, I could probably get that up to what, the 40s, 30, high 30s, maybe 40s. To be honest, I am not obsessed like some people with my frame rates. Personally, I find that my game is running perfectly fine. I don't need to worry about updating. Another thing as well, and you may have seen it on Dave's stream on Friday, I mentioned about the grass texture. Now if I actually turn this off, for example, and I'd like some of you guys to have a look at your grass if you're running DirectX 12. I found that the grass, if I actually crouch down, so obviously I'm using 11, and if I look at this grass, it looks like you can actually see each individual blade of grass there. It looks really good, in my opinion. That is one thing that kept me coming back to 11, that's for sure. That, I want you to have a look at yours, because in my opinion, for me personally this is, the grass looks like it had been, like, snotted on, or you know when you get a slug or a snail going over the grass, it sort of accumulates it all into one clump. That's what it looks like to me with DirectX 12. Obviously 11 looks so much more, well, realistic basically. Is the update Dave done up on the Morphosis Switch? Yes it is there, Neil. Yes it is. It was released on Saturday, so yeah, make sure to go over and get it. Another thing I noticed is decals on stuff. So for example, I tapped over here and obviously that New Holland logo was really fuzzy. I could barely read it. Obviously I knew what it was, but I could barely read it using DirectX 12. Same with these trailers over here. Now obviously these trailers, obviously I've got Farm Sim 22 on the side there. As you can see, it's quite clear, it's nice. I could barely read it with whatever setting I went through with DirectX 12. So that's why I'm sticking to the 11. Now what would be quite nice is in the future if Giants or AMD do an update to the scripting or the running or whatever it is that makes it work, is to have that clearness on DirectX 12. Haven't had an issue reading the logos. That's interesting. Literally mine, no matter which setting I went through, whether I went from balanced, performance, ultra performance, every single one I went through, that was blurry and I didn't like it. So I don't know if it's something to my ends, but yeah, I'm going to be sticking with what I've got currently. But yeah, if they ever actually come out with an update to it where the grass is a lot clearer. Actually, I do know that Dave actually looked at the grass on his stream on Friday, and it was looking like clumps of snot in my case. But yeah, things like the trailer, even like this here, for example, the decals were all fuzzy. It just didn't look right. Plus, obviously, you got all that flickering, and yeah, obviously, my sky itself. Obviously, if I was to pan around, okay, you get a little bit of jittering. But it was literally really bad. If somebody's seen it and suffered from like epilepsy, for example, that would probably set them off. So yeah, that's how bad it was for me anyway. Obviously, it depends. I guess it's different for everybody else because of the systems, the running and different things. But yeah, it's friggin' horrible. Sounds like a bad download site for DX12. Well, I got it through the game, so I have no idea. And I could do exactly the same and show you what I was on about, so yeah, I don't know. But yeah, for now, until I've researched it maybe a bit more and played around, but yeah, I'm going to be sticking with 11. And I know quite a few other people have said, oh yeah, it's a lot better on 11 than 12, so it is what it is. I believe that has something to do with the texture streaming in DX12. Yeah, could be, but yeah, for me personally, I prefer how my game performs now. Obviously, if you watch Dave's stream, and I've seen it on other streams as well, in videos on YouTube, is also that flickering and stuff. It would just do my head in, so until that maybe gets updated or fixed, I'm leaving it as it is. Yeah, exactly, Vortex. Obviously, that's what I've got, like, what's it, 12 bays or something on there? So, yeah. Let's get the pipe out. I am going to get this guy reloaded quickly before he goes too much further ahead. If I can jump into you just to stop you. But yeah, I don't know. I like pretty, I guess. That's just me. There we go. But I did notice, actually, I was reading an article, this is not Farm Sim related, but anybody who plays Ark, I was reading an update is coming... Dang it, what was it? March... I think it was the beginning of April. Scorched Earth, it will be being released, so that's kind of cool. Looking forward to that, and I'm sure a lot of other people will be as well. And I did hear ding dong. I think I'm being summoned. Okay. Can you send me all your settings, please? The person that just messaged me in Discord. And what I'll do is over the next couple of days, I'll just run the game on that and see how it is by Wednesday. Mr. Lurker. Sorry, somebody did message me in Discord, by the way. I'm not going to know who say it is. Oh, you sod. But yeah, he just commented in chat, sod. But yeah, I wasn't going to call him out, so... But yeah, obviously, his actually grass now looks... Maybe where the system's just up, getting used to it. That maybe all it is... I'm kind of curious now, actually. See, I might just do it. How long we got? Got 40 minutes, so save. Right, I'm going to do a quick update. Let me go here. What I'm going to do is actually I'm going to run the rest of the stream with DirectX 12, and I'll go through the settings. Hopefully Mr. Dave will be able to send me it quickly now, and we'll see how it goes throughout the stream. It may just be where everything is updating, but it definitely looks a lot. His grass looks a lot clearer, kind of like how it is now. I haven't changed anything since I started. Things are looking better throughout. Okay. Yeah, so maybe what it is just the graphics are all starting to kick in and sort themselves out from the update. But yeah, let's go. So let's see. So this should close down in just a sec. Obviously, you're going to need to go to Documents, My Games, FarmSim 22. Obviously, it does only work with DirectX 12. So let me close that a sec. We'll bring this over. Now, see, if you're on 11, you'll need to go to your game XML right here. And you'll want to look for this line here. So line, well, for me, line 25. So it's the render line D3D underscore 12 should be in there instead of 11. So we're going to save that. I'm actually going to close that. I'm going to keep that open because that's the factory I'm working on. We'll close that, close that, close that. We're going to load this up and see how we go. But yeah, what I'll probably... Okay, I'm going to make this promise for everybody. I'm going to run this whole week with these settings that I'm about to set up and see how it is by Friday. If it's not clear, I'm going back to 11, no matter what. So, options. Now, obviously, this works on window mode and full screen mode. It will not work on exclusive full screen. So, if you haven't done this, make sure to pay attention. Obviously, I think Mr. Dajnet is going to be doing a short video and posting on his YouTube, just so you're aware. So keep an eye out for that. Righty then. Have you tried verifying your game files and CMS files? Mine are perfectly fine. I've tried that already. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. Right then, VSync is turned on. Very high custom. Resolution scale. Hopefully that is all fine. But yeah, go into advanced. Now, obviously, we want to turn this one on. I'm trying to think. Was it balanced? Which one was it you put it on there, Dave? Was it balanced, quality, or performance? I can't remember. I'm trying to. I think it was balanced, if I remember rightly, but I can't remember. We'll try balanced for the minute. I might play around with that. But also, what you will want to do is make sure to activate this last one here. Super resolution 3 to balanced. Okay, that's the one. That might be what it is I might have missed. So, balanced on there. And then this frame generation. This is actually going to give you the 2 FPSs on. Make sure that is on. Now, why is that doing that? Let's turn that one off a minute. Put that to balanced. Why does mine keep it stretching? See, this is what I had to say on Friday. Can't use 1 and 3. Okay, so just keep this on balanced, yeah? So how do you get the frames come up then? I thought that was what this one. So that. So this generation turned on, but I get the big huge screen. Let me change that to full screen a sec. That's a balanced. See, no, it does the same with mine. Yeah, turn that off. Put that to balanced. Super resolution on 3. Yeah, so that should be balanced. Yeah, see, mine keeps going full screen for some reason. I don't know why. Where the heck's that middle one? There. I might just leave that off for the minute. So let's apply that for a sec. I have to have a little play around to see what's going on with that. But full screen. Actually, no, I want windowed. Applied. Actually, I wonder if it's because it's on 150. Yeah, this is what I had on Friday as well. I keep stretching the screen, and obviously I've got a small 20. I wonder. Let me turn that down to 100. A sec. Obviously that needs to be on 100. Yes, apply that. I just wanted to have a little quick play. I may have some more plays throughout the week with that. Dang it. Must be a world conflict. Big Daddy, go away. Let's try that. There we go. Apply. That's probably what it is. Okay, so that was interesting. So the resolution scale, obviously I had it to 150. Obviously having it set to 100 helps. Right then, so that is now set. Obviously, see, this is another thing, is this little funny jittering. Now, Mr. Dave, has that cleared up for you? Or is it still the same? Right, so shout out. Dash net. You still have it? Okay. See, that would bug the crap out of me. Obviously, there is a shout out for Mr. Dave. And when my... There we go. OBS works. But yeah, how is Mr. Big Daddy doing? And no, it's not mod conflicts. There we go. So there's Mr. Big Daddy shout out as well. It's always a mod conflict. It's a Billy after all. Yeah, exactly. I like to break things, so yeah. Darren noobs. Actually, just out of curiosity, I don't know if it's going to show this. Yeah, it might have been a bit too late. I want to kind of see what the memory usage. So 16. Mm. Because I know the other day I did this and it went right up to like 30 gigabytes of memory being used. Actually, that's another thing while this is loading up. I just want to. Yeah, obviously, this is another thing as well that seems to be part of the update when running this new frame rate production thing. Is you will experience some flickering. Obviously, from the sounds of it, it does stick around a little bit, but I'm sure you guys will get used to it. What's that up to? Nearly 20 already. 18% on the CPU. Okay. Yeah. Now, obviously, one thing to bear in mind, obviously, I'm streaming. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows open in Google. I've got Discord kind of open, looking at that as well. And yeah, actually, while I think about it, something we were talking about a little while ago, obviously Mr. Darius Frost mentioned about it, is a creature that's in his little new game. Da, 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 da. Open that in browser. I don't know what you guys think of it, but there we go. Billy the King Alpaca. That's a freaky looking alpaca, that's for sure. But yeah. Let's see, 24. See, this is how 11 usually does it as well. It will slowly increase, but it doesn't get this high. But this is kind of nice where it's obviously not bottlenecking at that 20%, which does help. Hey there, soft stuff. How you doing? So we are going to attempt to run the game for the rest of the week using DirectX 12 and obviously that new frame rate thing, Bob. Actually, if I hit F2, that'll show the current frame rates or the previous frame rates and the new ones. Now, obviously, when you load in as well after doing these updates, you will experience some issues, shall we say. Frame rate drops. Obviously, it's just the textures all drawing in like any other time. So, but yeah, 61 frame rates. I know some people have said they've had like 100 odd picking frame rates. But yeah, it does need to be set to above 60 frame rates as well. Obviously, that was one thing Dave mentioned on Friday, that it has to be capped at 60. No, it needs to be above 60. So obviously he did correct himself on Saturday, so bear that one in mind. I'm doing alright for a Monday. I'm not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. Been working on obviously a new production coming to the map. If you didn't see already, obviously the old gold medal flower factory will be returning. Obviously, hopefully the end of this week in the next update. Obviously, if anybody hadn't noticed, obviously, yes, Straw Harvest will be released. Hopefully, well, personally, I'm going to say tomorrow. So, yay. So yeah, lots going on. And obviously, if we can access that stuff in Straw Harvest, obviously Dave has mentioned that is probably going to be added back into the textile factory. So there's probably going to be another update for that as well. Was that the Threadripper CPU or the Ryzen CPU? I think it's just the Ryzen there, Master. I don't remember ever anybody mentioning Threadripper. So I've got the. Let me think. What was it? The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070 Super, I believe it was. Same as Dave. And then the 3900X. But yeah, I don't think they're Threadrippers, so that could be what the thing is as well. You did survive the storm. That's good fun. Oh, actually, yeah, MacGyver. Yeah, to be honest, the winds weren't that bad down here in the south. Obviously, I know Ireland was. I think you said you were having like 125 mile an hour winds. Yeah, that's not good. See that this is another thing. Obviously, I mentioned kind of briefly during Dave's stream was obviously the texture rendering. Now, obviously, at the minute it is still drawing in. So, looking at it, like all of this is all fuzzy. You can literally see what I'm seeing. So it's all fuzzy. It's not drawn in properly. So, hopefully, keeping the game running, that is going to clear up. So obviously one thing I always do whenever I do an update is obviously one thing I'll go through. I will delete some of the caches, and I'll see even that. Look, there you go. That's what I was on about on Friday's stream. Is the grass itself looks almost like snot. So I'm guessing the longer you play the game, obviously that then draws in and clears up. So let's just bounce around, draw some of those textures in, make sure everything is Copus Mentis. But yeah, even looks a little bit fuzzier for me, which is kind of weird. Right, but let's get this guy going while we're jumping around. But yeah, you're... Actually, I wonder what... I'm trying to look at the stream. It's very fuzzy for me. Let's see, if I come out to about there, it's really fuzzy. You can... Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to leave this on for now. Like I said, I'm going to run it all week. Obviously, hopefully, it should clear up. I'm just going to pan around. Now, some people do this, some people don't. I always do. Just to try and draw everything in. Just sort of pan around, jumping in and out of stream. Oh, the vehicles. Obviously, the nice new area. Well, just out of interest. Yeah, see, even like the foliage on the trees at the minute is currently a bit naff looking. Yeah, obviously, yeah, it could be just where it's all drawing in. So I am going to give it a chance. I will say that. Obviously, like I said, I did have it. I was playing around a lot over the weekend, so maybe it just wasn't being left long enough to pull all the textures in and calm down. So there you go. So that's kind of how it might... Actually, it doesn't look too bad on the stream, but for me personally, that looks really naff. But just out of interest, it's kind of interesting that it looks better on the stream than it does on my monitor. But yeah, see, that's quite... Actually, that's not too bad. That's a little bit blurrier than it was. But yeah, if I come back to there, it's quite clear on the stream. That is, yes, horrible on me. It might be my monitor as well. Maybe I need to upgrade my monitors. But yeah. Anyway, sod it. I'm just going to leave it. I'm sure the textures and stuff will sort themselves out in time. Right, so you're up and running. Actually, I need that one to stop because I need to refill it. Right, we'll get you going. But yeah, obviously... We'll see. I'm trying. I really am going to try. But yeah. But anyway, for actually out of interest, because obviously now that it's been going, you guys know about it. How is your games running? Obviously, Soft Stuff mentioned that they're getting now 30 frames. I'm guessing they were pretty low before that. I deleted the caches the other day, so yeah, that could be why it's a little bit iffy. Hence why all the textures are still drawing in. But that's another thing as well. Obviously, yes, it was created by AMD, but it can work with other systems. So if you've got Intel or something similar, it will also run with that. So bear that in mind as well. But yeah, hopefully Mr. Dave will be getting a video to show you how to set it all up and stuff like that. But yeah, mine's a slow, obviously, still in the red. I'll go up to the green, but obviously you got the old one, which is the 16, sort of 15 to 16 at the minute. But then obviously it's doubling that up to 31 frames. But yeah, I am not obsessed. It's more the look of the game is what I prefer. So we'll see how it goes. But obviously this is a new technology, so they're still tweaking things. So we'll see. 33. Kind of curious. Now, normally... I'm going to have to do a little drive around the map once all this settles down and see what sort of frame rates I'm actually getting. So I know Dave said that he's been getting 50s up to 60, if not more, frame rates. I know X-Man, obviously, he's got a beast of a machine. He's had some pretty good frames. So... I get pretty good frames now. Switch between vehicles, add some blur to catching up with inherent frames. Yeah, inserted frames. Yeah, and obviously that's another thing as well. Obviously, if you watched Dave's stream over the weekend, obviously where he was loading pallets and stuff and unloading pallets, you kind of got almost like a ghost almost pallet popping up occasionally. But yeah, it should all clear with any luck. Obviously, you're getting 40 to 50 frames now, so that's good. That's very, very good. I think what there is also in 19, I obviously kind of got used to using lower settings, so having prettiness now is my main priority. And yes, I do like pretty. So let me stop you a minute, because you're starting to get on a bit. Actually, I should really get a roller running on one of those others. There we go. Oh. But yeah, let's see, we've got 37 frames, so it's slowly making its way up. Obviously, 30 down there, 37 high so far. What I might just do is keep the game running for a few hours, see how it goes. Ooh. There we go. Ba-da-ba-da. Yes, we shall see how it goes. I'll give it a week. If it's not improved, I'm going back to how it was. Right, so you can stay there for now. VB. And we'll get you back on the hard helper. So yeah. Okay. Righty then, so I'll sort that out at another time. Obviously, I do need to get into the orchards at some point. Now, one thing I do want to look at... What in the heck orange is that? Is that carrot? Actually, the easiest way of doing it is this way. Ooh. Jeremy Clarkson has planted carrots on on one of these fields. Wow, that is going to be an interesting contract. Okay. That's a lot of... Oh, I don't want that. So yeah, I still need to get into this area, but I think the fields are kind of small. I need wheat. I need barley. That's wheat there, isn't it? Ooh, we've got canola. We've got barley over here. Is that canola? It's definitely not carrot. Oh yeah, the canola. Took a little while to update. And I'm also looking at other fields to purchase as well. Obviously, I've got 16 million currently. That's barley. So let's have a look. 2 million. Yep, buy it. Obviously, I get a bit of a discount. Bo Bennett. It looks like I've never done a contract for Bo Bennett. So 4 million. I might as well. The nice thing is it saves me the seed. Because it's already done. So let's purchase that. Let's purchase that one. Makes life so much easier because I hate doing the scanning side of things. So that's fine. But yeah, this area I'm looking at purchasing as well, actually, again. And actually keeping it this time. Field 49 is carrots. Yes, it is. It looks like, obviously, this is now my. This will be the first actual full in-game year with having the new crops in. So, but it looks like they've planted the carrots. But you see, we've got 49, we've got 11 is planted. Looks like 21 is planted with carrot as well. But obviously, that's the AI planting them, which is quite nice. Normally, you don't see that. Is some of these DLCs just don't seem to do it, so it's kind of cool. Let's see. So where are we? What video card am I running? I have no idea. I know I've got a. What have I got on this thing? What's it? The video? Well, the GPU is the GeForce RTX 2070 Super, and it's the 3900X. So whatever video card, I don't know. I don't know if it says on my Twitch actually. Does it? Let's have a little look. Channel. Oh, mute myself. Because I literally listed all my specs down below. So let's see. Motherboard is that. Graphics card, G4, monitors. Yeah, it doesn't actually state. I have no idea. But yeah, we'll see what it's like at the end of the weekend. If it's still looking like crap, I'll go back. But yeah, anyway, so I need to get a roller working. So let's come in here. Yeah, there we go. Let's use. You got some half decent. There we go. Oh, wrong way. I run the Ryzen 3800's GPU. Yeah. So technically, I should, like Mr. Dave, get better frame rates than you guys, I guess. But yeah, obviously, it's all thanks to obviously you guys and Mr. Randy, Scurvy, Mr. Reaper, obviously, for putting the computer together. If it wasn't for you guys, I definitely wouldn't be doing this. I'd probably still be running off of a laptop. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, there we go. Right, so which field was I doing? Oh yeah, over by the orchards. So, actually, one thing I'm kind of curious about is my goats and sheep don't seem to be producing babies yet, or getting the stats up. I'll have to keep an eye on that. If they don't go up, I might have to sell and buy some new ones. But anyway, at least everything else is working. Ebone _ how are you doing, bud? Welcome in. Thank you very much for that follow. Now, obviously, if you've got any questions about the map, the game, you're more than welcome to drop them in chat. And why don't I just put cruise control on? That makes life so much easier. And actually, you get to see what I've been doing, actually, while I think about it. Now, obviously, this is a bit... I kind of showed off last week, obviously, the saplings that I planted earlier on last year are now starting to grow, which is kind of weird because I always thought there was a stage between the saplings and this stage, like a little Christmas tree. I guess it must miss it now. So they're growing up quite nicely. Obviously, these are the spruces. And this actually leads all the way down to the forest. And from there you can now, or I can now cut straight through to where the orchards are, which is really cool. This is basically what I've been trying to do for the last, 2 to 3 in-game years. So, yay, finally on me. But yeah, obviously I've now got popcorn Suttons down, which is great. I now need to think of places to put. Let's think. Yeah, the Filipino factory, still to go. I've still got, obviously, like I said earlier, the soya milk drink factory to place down. Not sure where I'm going to be putting them yet. Oh, actually, once I get to the end of this, I also want to have a look at Campbell's to see how that's getting on. Obviously, that is the last buildable factory that I need to, or purchased the other day, got filled up, and was building. I want to see how it's getting on. There should be quite a bit there done already, so we'll see. Oh, right, okay. I always get them confused. I'm. That's the thing. I am terrible when it comes to computer specs and stuff. And have the 2080 Super. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I really am terrible, but hopefully that's a good
Thanks
setup.
for the raid.
Mr. Grits Fan 101, welcome in, and kind of getting near the end of the stream because, oh heck, my ear is being an issue. Obviously raiding with a party of 2. Welcome in, bud. How was your stream? Let me copy you. And we'll give you a shout out. Obviously, if you guys are not following Mr. Grits Fan 101, make sure to go over there, give him a follow. Right. Let me get this lined up. And unfold that. Obviously, let's get this going. There is a console command to pause texture streaming, which might be worth a try. Yeah, I have no idea what the console commands are, but I'll have a look in just a sec. Let's see. We'll put you on hired helper. There we go. But yeah, how you doing there, Mr. Grits fan? Alright, let's have a look. Frame rate limit. That's a bit better. I can read it time. Field of view set. Actually, that's another one that I keep having issues with. Whenever I look inside a vehicle, it seems to be set too far back within. So, might have to have a look. Clear elements, toggle, distance, object, damage, add. Yeah, I don't want any of that. Don't want that. Don't want that. To be honest, I don't really want it to pause, so I'm going to leave it for the minute. I want it to properly draw in. Yeah, it still looks a little bit like snail slime on it, should we say, rather than snot. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to check out Campbell's to see how that's getting on. Wow, holy heck. God, that builds quite quickly. Jeez, hopefully then by next stream, this should actually be built. Yay. It's a little bit fuzzy, but yep. Definitely getting there. I can then actually I still need to work on this one here. This is obviously one of the Green Thumb Farmers apartment complexes, should we say. This is obviously my next little project. Now I did get some stuff in here already. I need to get some furniture, bathtubs, armoires. I've got them in storage. So that should be fine. Metal pipes. Hmm. See, the only ones currently is going to be the issue is probably concrete and the block out of that lot. Actually, I might even have enough block. I have to have C. Yes, yes, definitely got plenty of drywall, got plenty of nails. 30 power. Prefab walls I've got in there already, chipboard. But yeah, glass is another one as well. I'm running low on. I don't know if I've got any in the actual factory. You might have to set it to store temporarily. But it's getting there, it's getting there, getting there. But remember, whenever you're doing a buildable, and obviously this has been mentioned multiple times before, but if you're new to the map, make sure that you're loading, when you do a buildable, keep one product out until everything is set or loaded to 100%. So for example, if I was to do it, I'd probably choose maybe pipes, for example. Keep that out, so it's only 15 pallets of pipe. I'll keep that out till everything else is at 100% filled before adding all of those pipes in at one go. So have a look at your displays and look at what could be the lowest one. For the simple fact is, if you add them all in bits and pieces, the builds are going to basically build, but that trigger where you unload is going to raise up. So if I actually show you, for example, if I hit the old F5 key, I'll come over here. It's a little bit blah 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 blah. There's the actual buildings drawing in. That's the outsides of them. Blessed green thumb. But yeah, you see right here, you got this trigger. This is how it is normally. But when you start loading all products in bits and pieces, let me turn it off a sec because it makes life a little bit easier. Holy heck. You've even got the occlusion colouring on there as well. Big blue buildings like that. That's cool. What I'll show you is obviously with Campbell's building right next door. If I bring in this, you can actually see here, that little box there, that's the actual trigger slowly raising up. So if you're putting in little bits here, little bits there, this is what's going to happen. And this is where a lot of people get confused when building. You need to make sure to leave at least one product till very end to add in all at once. But get all of those lines in first of all, okay? So for example, let me clear this a minute. So for this right here, so we got Campbell Soup Factory. Now every buildable factory on this map has a display, and it will show you exactly what it needs. So the product on the left is the product you need to add into it. That middle figure is how much you need to add in. So 100 floor tiles, which is basically 100 pallets of flooring tiles. Obviously, you've got 10 pallets of metal, 100 pallets of concrete, 50 pallets of shingle, 50 pallets of glass, and so on and so forth. Now, out of that list, you want to get all of them up to 100%. But let's say, for instance, that shingle right at the bottom, it's only 5 pallets of shingle. Leave that till the very end. Once all of those are at 100%, add those shingles in. Or shelving, should say, not shingles. Duh, it's because I see shingles below the concrete there. The shelving, I should say, is only 5,000. Or 5 pallets, basically. Get that in last, and then once that gets in, it'll start building. That trigger will raise up, and you should not have any issues. Now, one thing to bear in mind as well, time. When you run the map whilst building, time can also affect some of these buildables. People find that some of the products will get used up a little bit quicker. I don't know why. So look to no go more any real. Let's see. Try not to run the map too fast. So I'd say maybe 15 speed maximum should be fine. Obviously, sleeping through the night is going to be the big issue, but you should be fine with that. But yeah, keep that in mind. But yeah, obviously, if you do find that a product does, maybe you set it to 100%. So say, for instance, you had 100, well, say 10 pallets of metal. you've run through, say, half the, or maybe two in-game days. Um, Everything's now down to say 50,000 or half the amount, but that's now run out. One way to fix it is if you can actually find that trigger. So, for example, I think it's roughly about halfway through. It's mostly all the stuff inside. So obviously what you do is just hit the F5 key, try and find that little trigger, and if you've got a telehandler or something that can get above that trigger, try adding some more pallets into it. You could use super strength if you wanted to. Obviously, easy dev tool, you could got flight mode, you could enable that, spawn some pallets in above it, just to get that last little bit done. So, there you go, give that a try. So if you do have an issue, try and get above the trigger, whether it's on a factory. The bridges seem to be the big one for new people. They have a lot of issues with that, but that's probably what it is. They're putting little bits in, not realising that you need to leave at least one product out till everything is at 100%. So, there we go. That's my little top ends. Hopefully that helps explain it a little bit for those people out there. And that is kind of freaky, but hopefully, eventually... What was that? What is that there? Oh, it's a fast food restaurant. Okay. Yeah, hopefully that helps explain it a little bit. I'm terrible when it comes to explaining things, but I do try my best. So it's okay to buy the ducks again. Yep, you can buy ducks. Obviously, I bought them, was it Wednesday last week, Thursday last week, Friday, whatever it was, day it was. As long as before the update they weren't breeding, should be fine. But obviously they should now kick back in. So yeah, you are all good. And obviously if you want to do a shout out, you've got to be a moderator, unfortunately. So, but yeah, if you want to, there we go. There is Mr. Dashnet. If you're not following him, click on that link, give him a follow. Obviously he will be streaming tomorrow, guys. So bear that one in mind. What have I got in here anyway? Out of space, out of space. So that's kind of full. So I need to get in here and clear this lot out. 40 pallet, 40,000. So not bad. That's not bad. That's enough for a few. So, but yeah, I'm going to actually keep this running for quite a few hours. I'm not going to try and log off and reload, log off and reload. Right, you're fine. I do need to get into the orchards later. I might actually leave that till Wednesday stream. I don't know yet. But hopefully get this lot done today. So I've got lavender going in on field 34, which has now been extended. I've got peanuts going in on 36. Out of interest, what have I got left? 9 million. Now I do know I've got more stuff to come. I've got 33 purchased the other day. I'm kind of looking at maybe a couple of these factory fields at some point. I really didn't want the cotton, but I don't know. We'll see. Out of interest, what have we got sellable this month quickly? Because I've probably got some more stuff coming in. Obviously got plenty of honey there. See, I've got plenty of sunflower oil. I could definitely sell that off. 1.622, nice. Over 1.5 million for some oil. I don't really sell bales and stuff because I want to make that into stuff. Same with my crops. Let's see, goat food, animal food. Oh, yeah, I can't sell any of that. See, compost I could, but I'm trying to hold on to that for obviously the greenhouses and such. You didn't have to reset after the. Okay, that's fine. No, you shouldn't be able to. No, they should kick back in normally. So, yeah, Dave fixed all that. Obviously, all I did is last week I wanted to get my animals because I'm aging again. For the simple fact is, I really wanted them to age again. So, I sold my ducks. I purchased them back straight away. Obviously, they weren't old enough by the time the update come out, so they should be fine. But yeah, I do want to get in. Ooh. I want to keep an eye on my goats and my ducks at the minute. Not my ducks, my goats and sheep. Their puberty. but not the production side of things. I'll show you quickly. Actually, it might just be a bug from where I was added their age is. Oh, that's actually kicked in now. But yeah, the goats especially there. Um, there's no reproduction kicking in on them, which is strange. It might just be me where I was adding the. Oh, that one's kicked in now as well. Let's see. Yeah, nothing on that one, so it's kind of weird. Okay, so it only seems to be the goats now. That's just switched over actually, so I'll keep an eye on that. Interesting. I'll see what they're like. But that should have gone up by now because I've gone through nearly half a day and that hasn't changed. Anyway, guys, I just realised what the time is. I need to get off so I can sort my Wi-Fi out. What are you guys talking about anyway? I may have turned purple. Oh, okay. No, that's one thing I mentioned this the other day is I kind of get on one and I'll just go blah 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 blah. I do apologise if I do that from time to time. I really, really do. It's kind of like I get into one on a zone in my head and I just go blah 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 blah. And yeah, I do forget to. I do breathe, but yeah, I tend to just go off on one. I'm really sorry. Billy, are all your ducks in a row now? No, they're not. They're here, there, and everywhere. It's crazy. It's doing my head in. But yeah, I end up actually purchasing new ones. Obviously, as you can see here, they're 33% on their puberty. Once they get to 6 months, they will grow, and then obviously then start producing babies. So should be fine. But yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on those goats because that is kind of interesting. I may just have to sell them and repurchase them back if this doesn't go up. So we'll see. What's interesting is they are producing milk, they are producing cashmere, and yet they've had no births. Which, yeah, I think something's a little bugged, so I might just sell them and buy some new ones. So, to be honest, I've got plenty of cashmere in storage, and that's obviously one thing that was updated. Until they're fully grown, they will not produce cashmere anymore. So bear that one in mind. Same with the milk; they have to. They should technically have to have babies before that kicks in. So, but yeah, I might just sell them and get some more. Doesn't bother me. It's just really wanting to get these cows going. I want my cows. This is like doing my head in. Oh, over 1,000 hours in this save game, and I have yet to have milk from my freaking cows. And I've purchased them back twice, and it's come on, give me a break, will you? Anyway, guys, that's gonna be enough for today. I want to get off. I need to go sort my wife out because she, like I said, she wasn't feeling very well. So let me go to the ending screen. I'm gonna keep this going, and hopefully the textures will start rendering. And obviously, at the minute, frame rate wise, I'm just looking at on the screen there, 35. So hopefully that will keep going up in the right direction. So we'll see. Obviously, a big, huge thank you to obviously Mr. Grits Fan for the raid. Obviously, ebone underscore, thank you very much for the follow. Huge thanks to Sim Game Matt for the 3 months, 3 stream streak. And oh, where was it? Where was it? Mr. Scurvy Heim for the resub. Green Thumb Farmer and obviously Farmer Max for the stream streaks as well. Sweet, thank you. But yeah, we'll be back again on Wednesday, hopefully, with an update regarding the frame rates in the game and stuff like that. With that being said, I need to find somebody out there in the world of Twitch. Oh, poop sakes. I've got one person who's playing Satisfactory at the minute. I may have to look into some random dude. Yeah, but I need to get off Grits fan. I really, really do. Let's see this guy. Um, bu- 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 bum. Yeah, I think it's going to be a random person. Now, I found someone, I don't know if they're PG or anything, but one of their tags is to do with autism awareness. Obviously, that's one thing I do care about, and obviously mental health and stuff like that. So I think we're actually going to go over and rate him, see what he's like. I have no idea if he's PG, unfortunately, but he's a guy named Edgar underscore gaming. Let me grab his name. Copy. It could be an Aussie, I have no idea. But I'll give him a shout out. Just in case you guys get lost. Because you never know, he may be a decent streamer. I really have no idea. It looks like he's on Wolf Creek. Not Wolf Creek, Elm Creek, I should say. Maybe he's quite new. I don't know. But yeah, I think we're going to give him a try. Because, yeah, I haven't got anybody else currently up. So let's come on over here. Let's get this raid going. There we go. He's there. He's got a few people watching him. But yeah, obviously I will be back again on Wednesday. So have a great rest of the day. Obviously catch Dave when he goes live tomorrow. I'm trying to think. I don't know if anybody's going to be on between now and then. But yeah, maybe Boomhauer later on today. So, right then. Let me bring you across. Oh, come on, come on. Silly blinking screen doesn't want to behave. But yeah, catch you Wednesday. Later, guys.
Welcome, Raiders. Choose your fate. Watch the show or watch the show.
What is that white
Billy,
stuff?
thanks for the ride, man.
Billy Alpaca 78 rated your channel with 29 viewers.
Skin cells.
You're awesome.
Thank you.